Pope John Lions freshman football team season opener against the Paramus Catholic Paladins. Hello, everyone. Mike Forbisano here at Pope John High School as the freshman football team 0-1 on the season after a season opening loss to DePaul Catholic look to right the ship this afternoon as they take on Paramus Catholic. The Lions in the huddle right now going over the game rules with the referees. Paramus Catholic finishing their warm-ups. Plenty of activity here at Pope John High School in Sparta today. The girls' soccer team, as we promoted just a little while ago, they are just underway starting their season opener. So if you're in the Sparta area and you want to see girls' soccer instead, come on out. And there's also other teams practicing, but the freshman football team right now starting their season at home against Paramus Catholic. They had a game on Saturday, and now this is the first home game of the regular season. So let's go over the rosters while we have a minute before opening kickoff. We start with number 2, Gabriel Valverde. So go ahead and get my glasses here to go down the roster for you. Gabriel Valverde, number 2. Number 4, Logan Kersja. Number 6, the quarterback, Alex Porter. Number 9, Mark Baker. Number 12, Eric Weinstock. Number 19, Christian Severinson. 24 is Joseph Guzman. 26 is Brian Cohan. 27, Ryan Johnson. 28, Ryan Chapolsky. 29, Vincenzo Ciliberti. 32, Matthew Staub. 33, Anthony Buddykin. 34, Luke Broderick. 35, Mark Hedgepeth. 42, Dylan Cocaziello. 45, Nate Capra. 49, Willem Harak. Number 50, Colin Bauman. 53, Carter Brash. 54, Jacob Jesamaria. 55, Jason Cofrancesco. 57, Camille Zlatek. 58, Charles Formasano. 59, Michael Kepler. Number 70, Matthew Johnson. Number 86, Aiden Armiger. The president of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County is Mr. Daniel O'Keefe. The principal of Pope John High School is Gene Emmering. The athletic director is Brian McAleer. The athletic trainers, Gerard Graziano and Jordan Martin. The head coach of the Pope John Lions freshman football team is Mike Stellatella. And the assistant coach is Ronnie Fox. I'm Mike Forbisano. We're here live at Pope John High School. The home opener for the freshman football team as the Lions will take on the Paramus Catholic Paladins. And that's next right here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, in northern New Jersey for Pope John Lions freshman football. Mike Forbisano here, calling today's game. The Lions getting set to take on Paramus Catholic under overcast skies. Clouds rolling in, some black clouds. They are expecting some rain, and the New Jersey area needs it. It hasn't seen rain, or at least substantial rain, in about a month, but hopefully it can hold off till the end of this game, and it can rain all night tonight. And, well, that's what we're hoping. So, anyway, weather conditions, mild. It was hitting mid-70s today with a lot of humidity, but the weather is starting to turn. I started to see leaves change, so not here in Sparta just yet, but it will soon as the school season and the school year underway, and the football season is well underway here. All 3 teams for Pope John played last weekend. The freshmen on Saturday morning, the varsity here at noon this past Saturday, and the JV team on Monday. So now they're into week 1. That was week 0. Week 1, and that's the second game of the season here for Pope John. The varsity will play tomorrow night. Their only Friday night game on the schedule. So Friday Night Lights at Paramus Catholic. We invite you to go out to Paramus and check out the Pope John Lions at Paramus Catholic High School tomorrow night, 7 p.m. The Pope John Lions varsity football team against Paramus Catholic. And then on Monday, the JV squad taking on Paramus Catholic at 4 p.m. right here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. The upcoming schedule on our channel, Saturday morning, 9 a.m. The Pope John Lion girls field hockey team opens their season. We saw them yesterday in a 3-2 defeat at the hands of Mount Olive. They look good, though. They take on Sparta. The crosstown rivalry renewed on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. at Sparta High School. We'll have that for you on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Sunday, down in Montgomery, the Pope John Junior Lions 11U and 13U teams will start their season, and we'll have those games for you here on the channel as well. Monday, JV boys soccer on Tuesday, their home opener against Morristown. The Colonials come in to Pope John High School and take on the soccer team, who looked fantastic in the two games we covered in the preseason. Lenape Valley and then Morris Catholic, defeating Morris Catholic by a score of 8-0. So, boys soccer on Tuesday, and then the girls field hockey team home opener on Wednesday against Parsippany Hills. And then I think everybody's off on September 11th, so it'll start the schedule after that on September 12th, and we'll go from there. We don't know what we're covering yet after the 11th, but up till then, we've got action every day on the channel, except tomorrow, the varsity game against Paramus Catholic. Just waiting for the opening kickoff. We had to move it back to 5 p.m., but we should be underway soon from Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. It's Mike Formisano on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. The Lions taking on Paramus Catholic. Opening kickoff is next right here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for Pope John Lions freshman football. Mike Formisano here, calling today's game as the Pope John Lions take on the Paramus Catholic Paladins in the home opener for the Lions. Pope John in their white uniforms with blue and gold trim, blue numbers, and white pants. And Paramus Catholic in their black uniforms, black jerseys, black pants, and gold numbers. The captains for Paramus Catholic at midfield, and here come the Pope John captains. Number 6, Alex Porter. Number 9, Mark Baker. Number 26, Brian Cohan. And number 70, Matthew Johnson, making their way out to midfield. This is week number 2 for Pope John. It's actually week 1. They call the first week, week 0. And in week 0, it was not so great for the Lions. Across the board, as DePaul Catholic defeated all 3 levels. So Pope John looking to even out their records all week long against Paramus Catholic. Freshmen today in about 2 minutes. The JV on Monday and the varsity tomorrow night. And if you haven't gotten a chance to go out to a Friday night game at any of these stadiums in DePaul or in Paramus, the one here in Paramus tomorrow night, I invite you to do so. It is terrific. The electricity, the buzz that you get off a Friday night game in high school cannot be matched. It's terrific. I remember covering them years ago when I was in college up in the Syracuse area in central New York. And the buzz was just incredible for many of those games. And New Jersey is definitely right up there. The feeling of the Friday night lights in northern New Jersey, terrific. So if you can get out to Paramus Catholic tomorrow for the game, do so, definitely. So the Pope John Lions team in prayer. And then they'll take the field. We'll pause for 1 minute while they pray. Here we go, the Lions taking the field here at Pope John High School. So Pope John will be going left to right on your screen. Paramus Catholic will be going right to left. Pope John defending the north goal and Paramus Catholic on the south side. The Paladins will kick off to the Lions. Back to receive for Pope John, number 24, Joseph Guzman, and number 26, Brian Cohan. No clocks on the scoreboard. The referees will keep time on the field. 10-minute quarters here at Pope John High School for freshman football. So the referee's setting up the ball at the 40-yard line. We're just going to go with numbers with Paramus Catholic. With freshmen and JV, the uniforms and the numbers change so quickly. On varsity, it's a different story, but with freshmen and JV teams, it's tough to lock down the rosters at any given time. So we'll just go with numbers for Paramus Catholic, and we'll give you the names for the Pope John players. An onside kick, and Pope John all over that, making the recovery. So a little trickery there by Paramus Catholic. But Pope John not fooled. Number 35, Mark Hedgepeth, all over that. And he falls on it at the 48-yard line. So Paramus Catholic trying to catch Pope John sleeping at the beginning of this game. Well, the Lions are wide awake. Ball at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for Pope John on the near hash mark. Alex Porter, the quarterback for Pope John. He's got Brian Cohan to his left. 1st and 10 from the 48. First play from scrimmage. Here it is. Porter, the pass out to Kersja. He makes the catch. Number 4, Logan Kersja. But it's in the backfield, and Paramus all over him, so Pope John actually loses yardage on the reception. 2nd and 14 for the Lions. They have to get to the Paramus Catholic 42-yard line for a first. Pope John up to the line. Porter in the gun. Cohan to his right. Here's a handoff to Cohan right up the middle. Gains a few. His second effort gets him to about the 48-yard line, maybe just shy of it. See where the referees spot the ball. And they're going to place it at the 48. So Cohan gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and that will bring up 3rd and 10 for the Lions. Pope John up to the line. Valverde on the near side, man in motions, Kersja. The handoff goes to Cohan, who cuts left toward the far hash mark, still on his feet. And diving towards the first down marker is Brian Cohan. He may have come up just shy, but a 9-yard gain for the freshman running back. Good effort. And we'll see if Pope John goes for it here on 4th down. 4th and a yard to go. Good run by Brian Cohan. Lions are going to go for it. 4th and 1. They're kind of in the middle of no man's land here. Too far for a field goal. If you punt it, you have to coffin corner it, and that'd be tough to do. Handoff to Cohan. He's met in the backfield by Paramus Catholic, but a flag on the play. And we'll see the infraction here. It's against Pope John. And Paramus Catholic declines the penalty. They'll take the first down. So, penalty against the Lions. Paramus Catholic, they decline it. And the Paladins will start up 1st and 10 from their own 46. On the Paramus Catholic defensive line exploding through the Pope John offensive line and meeting Cohan in the backfield as Porter was underneath center there for the first time all game. We have a timeout on the field. Just an official's timeout. They want to make sure that the players come on, allowing substitutions. Not a coach's timeout. First and 10, Paramus Catholic. The Paladins set it up on their own 46, number 12 in the shotgun. He takes the snap and a false start against Paramus Catholic, and that will move them back 5 yards. We saw a little of this with the varsity against Shabazz in their exhibition regarding the Bulldogs. Bulldogs kind of undisciplined, and it really came through in the second half, taking penalty after penalty. And Pope John wasn't able to capitalize on it per se because the game was a 16-0 victory for Shabazz, but it was an exhibition too, so keep that in mind. But here's the snap. Number 12 passes. It's fumbled. The ball's loose and recovered by Pope John. Fumble recovery for the Lions. Number 27, Ryan Johnson. But we do have a flag down, and we'll see what that's about. Well, the flag's picked up, and so Pope John will start 1st and 10. The receiver made the catch for Paramus Catholic, and the ball was jarred loose. Came right to Ryan Johnson, and that's his second fumble recovery in 2 weeks. He made one last week against DePaul Catholic. So now 1st and 10 from the 48. The Lions start up again. Porter in the gun. He's alone back there. Avoids the tackle. He'll keep it. Up the center of the field, still on his feet. And he won't slide for a tackle. He wants those few extra yards. A great effort by Alex Porter. And it's now 2nd and short for the Lions. Well, Porter deciding to run with the ball there, and he cuts right up the middle. And that second effort gets him to the Paramus Catholic 43, a yard shy of the first. 2nd and 1 for Pope John. Porter in the gun, Cohan with him. The handoff goes to Cohan, cuts up to the left. Gets to the line of scrimmage, and I think Paramus Catholic stops him shy of the first down marker. So it's going to bring up 3rd down. Cohen gets back to the line, and that's all. 3rd and 1 for Pope John. We are midway through the first quarter here at Pope John High School. It's no score between Pope John and Paramus Catholic. Lions turn the ball over on downs in their first possession. Paramus Catholic with a reception and a fumble, and it led to a fumble recovery by Ryan Johnson. So Pope John on their second offensive drive. 3rd and 1. Porter in the gun. Oh, the handoff to Cohen. It bounces right back up to him, and he saves it. He's tackled at the original line of scrimmage, but what an effort by Cohen to get his hands on the ball and avert disaster for Pope John. They actually wind up losing a yard there, so it's back at the 44-yard line of Paramus Catholic. The Lions have to get to the 42. 4th and 2 for Pope John. Oh, Porter speaking with Coach Ronnie Fox. Comes into the huddle. That ball just bounced right off the turf into the hands of Brian Cohan. Tell you what, turf really pays off in that sense. A grass field, that ball probably would have hit the turf and laid down there. So Porter alone in the backfield, and he's going to run it. Porter trying to get to the first down. He reaches. Depends on where he gets the spot. Referees stop the clock. We'll see where the referees spot the ball. Did Porter get enough? He lunged for the first down marker, and they say he did not get the first down. 1st and 10, Paramus Catholic. Porter comes up just shy of the first down marker. They spot the ball on the Paramus side of the 43, so he missed it by about a half yard. 1st and 10, Paramus Catholic. So second turnover on downs by Pope John. Paladins up to the line. Quarterback in the gun, flips it over to the man in motion is number 14, trying to sweep around, and he won't be able to do so. Mark Baker with the tackle in the backfield. Brings down number 14 for Paramus Catholic, and a loss of yardage for the Paladins. We have a flag down. Holding against Paramus Catholic. It's waved off by Pope John. They decline the penalty. It'll bring up second down. So the ball spotted at the 38-yard line. Loss of 5 on that play. Good tackle by Mark Baker. So instead of 1st and 25, it's 2nd and 15. Quarterback in the gun, 12, fakes the hand, passes downfield, complete at the 45, but met by a host of Lions. Baker and number 33, Anthony Buddykamp, with the tackle on the receiver for Paramus Catholic. And now, no huddle offense, the Paladins to the line. 3rd and 8. Here's a snap, quarterback back to pass. Number 12, rolling out up the middle, and is wrapped up by the Pope John defense. Number 42, Dylan Cocosiello, getting a hand on him, slowing up his progress, and waiting for some help from the Pope John secondary. Matthew Johnson, number 70, defensive lineman, in there to help with the tackle. So 4th and 3, and Paramus, no huddle. Number 12, and he's got movement on the line. It's going to be against Pope John. Number 33 jumped first. That is Anthony Buddykamp, and then Matthew Johnson followed along. So an offside on the play against Pope John. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Paramus Catholic at the Pope John 45-yard line. So the Paramus Catholic no huddle against Pope John to jump over the line, and the Paladins continue the drive. 1st and 10 for Paramus Catholic from the Pope John 45-yard line. Number 12 fakes the handoff, pass downfield, incomplete. Number 3, the intended receiver. Good defense by the Pope John secondary. Number 24, Joseph Guzman, in on the coverage. 2nd and 10 for Paramus Catholic. Paramus Catholic up to the line. 2nd and 10. They have to get to the Pope John 35 for a first. Quarterback 12 in the shotgun. He keeps it. Evades the tackle. Pass to number 8. Down the sideline. Pass the first down marker, and then some. Knocked out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. Maybe shy of that, about 23, so. Player down for Paramus Catholic. We'll take an injury timeout. Late stages of the first quarter here at Pope John High School. No score between Pope John and Paramus Catholic. We'll take a break for the injury timeout. Right after this, we'll come back on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John High School. The player for Paramus Catholic, number 3, back on his feet. That's good to see. We're back from injury timeout. The Paladins getting a first down there and bringing the ball out to the 23-yard line of Pope John. So the ball spotted on the far hash mark. Pope John defense out to meet Paramus Catholic at the 23 line of scrimmage. Late stages of the first quarter. We're scoreless here in Sparta. Number 12 in the gun. He's got 9 next to him. Here's a snap. Hand off to 9. Up to his left. Cuts back to the right. Met there. Number 9, Mark Baker. Number 42, Dylan Cocoziello in on the tackle. Gain of about 3, maybe 4 on the play. They spot the ball at the 20. So right on the edge of the red zone. Paramus Catholic sets up. 2nd and 6 for the Paladins. Man in motion's number 1. High snap. It's handed off to 9. Met right in the backfield. Number 53, Carter Brash with the tackle. Well, Carter gets around the ankles of the tailback for Paramus Catholic and makes the tackle. Good play by Carter Brash. Paramus lost about a yard on that, so kicks it back to the 21. 3rd and 7 for Paramus Catholic. Here's a snap. Quarterback across the middle to number 1. Makes the catch. Tied up by a host of Lions there. That's going to be a first down for Paramus Catholic. Number 1 with the reception for the Paladins. And it's good enough for a first down. Ball down to about the 12-yard line. 1st and 10. Not quite 1st and goal yet. But Paramus Catholic on the move. Number 12 in the gun. He's got 8 right next to him. I think that's 0, actually. It's tough to tell with the numbers being shaped the way they are. It looks like an 8, but I think it's 0. Well, anyway, he was tackled down after a gain of about 2. Paramus Catholic in the no huddle again. 12 takes the snap. It's high. He has to corral it in. Throws for the end zone. Incomplete. Off the fingertips of the intended receiver. That is number 8 for Paramus Catholic. Well, that'll bring up 3rd and 8 for Paramus Catholic. Quarterback number 12 coming back into the huddle. Late first quarter. Can't believe there's more than a minute or 2 left. Twelve in the gun. 9 next to him. Takes the snap. Looking for the end zone. Takes a hit. Incomplete. Joseph Guzman almost got a hand on that for Paramus Catholic. Pressure from number 34 and number 2 for Pope John. Gabriel Valverde, number 2. Number 34, Luke Broderick. That's going to bring up 4th and 8 for Paramus Catholic. And what do? They try a field goal? How's their kicking game? Or do they go for it? Well, the quarterback's coming back into the huddle, so I think they're going to go for it, which is a sure sign that their kicking game may be subpar. We don't know that, but at the same time, 4th and 8 down at that position in the field, you'd think you'd put points on the board, but Paramus Catholic's going to go for it here. Quarterback number 12 in the gun, number 9 next to him. The man in motion is number 0. Tried to draw Pope John off the line there. And a timeout. Pope John's going to call time. Number 33, Anthony Bunnycan, took a step, but hit the brakes immediately. Make sure he didn't go over the line there. So Paramus Catholic tries to draw Pope John over again. It doesn't work. We'll return after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. 4th and 8, no score, late first quarter. Pope John and Paramus Catholic. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for the home opener for the Pope John Lions freshman football team. Mike Formisano here. 4th and 8 for Paramus Catholic. The ball spotted at the 10-yard line, and the Paladins are going for it. Number 12 in the gun. Drops back to pass. Under pressure, and he throws it away. It actually hit one of his linemen. Number 53, Carter Branch. Number 2, Gabriel Valverde. And number 70, Matthew Johnson in on the pressure. And Paramus Catholic turns it over on downs. We remain scoreless at Pope John High School, heading towards the second quarter. Not quite there yet, but Pope John now, their third offensive possession. Great defensive stand by Pope John. So bring up 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. Porter in the gun. He's got Cohan to his left. Here's a snap. Porter right down the middle to Kurzija, who makes the catch. Number 4, Logan Kurzija. And it's across the 25. That's good enough for a Pope John Lion first down. And that is the end of the first quarter. So, a nice pass play by Porter to Kurzija. And Pope John will be working with a 1st and 10 when we return. From Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey, the Lions and the Paladins scoreless after 1. We'll be back right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. For Pope John Lion freshman football, Mike Formisano here, calling today's game. We are into the second quarter now in Sparta as the Pope John Lions and the Paramus Catholic Paladins scoreless. Here's a snap. Porter with the pass. Intercepted. Number 1 into the end zone for Paramus Catholic. Touchdown, Paramus Catholic. Well, the ball was tipped at the line as Porter was looking for Logan Kurzija, and it was tipped right into the hands of number 1 for Paramus Catholic. And he races into the end zone for a touchdown. 6-0 Paladins over Pope John. Well, bad break for Pope John. We'll see how they respond to it. We'll also see if Paramus Catholic goes for 2 here or if they attempt to kick. With freshman teams, it can sometimes be an issue. So they do have number 12, the quarterback, in the huddle. So they're going to go for 2, which really tells me that the kicking game is suspect. But at this point in time, they're leading 6-0. So number 12 in the gun for Paramus Catholic, number 9 to his right. 2-point conversion attempt. Man in motion, number 9 for the Paladins. Here's a snap. 12 rolls to his right. He's going to race towards the end zone. The throw over the hands of number 8. Incomplete. Number 27, Ryan Johnson, in on the coverage. And the point after touchdown goes by the board. So, 6-0. Paramus Catholic leads over Pope John. For the books, that's a 25-yard interception return by number 1 and returned for a touchdown. Tomorrow night at Paramus Catholic High School, it'll be Pope John Lions varsity football against the Paladins. Friday Night Lights, 7 p.m., Pope John at Paramus Catholic. We invite you to go out and take in a Friday Night Lights game. It's the only one of the season for the Pope John varsity, and those games are terrific. So, on Saturday morning, 9 a.m. from Sparta High School, it's the crosstown rivalry renewed. The Pope John Lions and the Sparta Spartans in girls field hockey. The opener of the regular season for the field hockey team. We saw them yesterday against Mount Olive, and they looked good. And unfortunately, a 3-2 loss, but close game. And we'll see how they respond against Sparta. On Sunday, the Junior Lions, 11U and 13U teams, get set to kick off their seasons down in Montgomery. We'll have those games for you. And then the JV squad on Monday, taking on Paramus Catholic right here at 4 p.m. Monday afternoon on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Paramus Catholic getting set to kick it off. They tried an onside kick last time. We'll see if they try something like that again. And it's a short kick. It goes right to the lineman, number 45, who receives a late hit there. And there's going to be a flag on the play. Nate Capra receiving the ball, and then he is trampled by a lineman for Paramus Catholic. A late hit, can't have that. And the referees are going to move the ball into Paramus Catholic territory now. So Pope John will most definitely take that penalty, going from their own 45. And let's see where the referee stops. Bringing it down to the 40-yard line of Paramus Catholic. So it'll be 1st and 10 in plus territory for the Pope John Lions. Great field position. Well, again, we talk about that undisciplined style of football, and Paramus Catholic hit with 2 major penalties today that have really hurt their cause. And so, 1st and 10 for the Lions. Porter takes a snap in the gun. He rolls to his left, avoids the sack. We've got flags all over the place. Porter still on his feet, out of bounds at the 42. And we have a late hit on the sideline by number 0 for Paramus Catholic. So, whatever flag is on the turf that happened when Porter was rolling to his left, there's going to be an additional one for a late hit against Paramus Catholic. We'll see how the referees sort this out. I would assume, and again, I know it's not good to assume, but I would assume that it's going to do nothing but good things for Pope John right now. Flags came out as Porter was running. Could be a hold against the Lions on that. We'll see what happens. Here's the referee. It's a holding against Pope John. I thought possibly. But then a late hit against Paramus Catholic. So it'll be 15, negated by the 10 for the hold. So a net difference of +5 for Pope John and an automatic first down due to the late hit. So 1st and 10 now at 35-yard line. Pope John, 1st and 5, I should say. Pope John up to the line. Here's the snap. Hand off to Cohan. We got another flag. Cohan right up the middle. The proverbial 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But we don't have any dust because it's turf. Now the penalty is against Pope John. And that'll move the ball back 5 yards to the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the Paramus Catholic 40. Porter comes back into the huddle. Couple of minutes into the second quarter here. It's 6-0 Paramus Catholic leading over Pope John. An interception for number 1 from Paramus Catholic. Right on the line, and then he runs it in for a touchdown. The point after touchdown, the 2-point conversion, failed. So it's 6-0. Hand off to Kerzinger. Sweeps around the right side to the far sideline. Second effort gets him back possibly to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard shy. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So the sweep attempt did not work. Kerzinger met by the defensive lineman. We've got a player down on the field. No. It's on the far hash mark. It's at the 41. The referees were calling, possibly for substitution. So. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. Second and 11 for Pope John. Kerzinger in motion. Hand up to Cohen. Oh, a big hit by number 58. And it looked like the Paramus Catholic defender's helmet came in on Brian Cohan, as you could hear the collision. And Cohan, with his bell rung, he's trying to shake it off. That's good to see. Hopefully he's all right. That was a big hit on Cohan. So that pushes Pope John all the way back to the 47-yard line of Paramus Catholic. 3rd and long for the Lions. They have to get to the Paladin 30. Well, Cohan staying in the game, and that's good to see. Porter in the gun. Cohan to his left. Here's a snap. Porter back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. To his left. Fumble! The ball's loose. Paramus Catholic trying to recover it. We'll see who does. The ball's still loose. Fighting for it. And Pope John escapes with possession. Wow. And I'll tell you something. They tell you all the time in Pop Warner, fall on the ball. If you don't have a clear path, fall on the ball. And Paramus Catholic, I think it was number 58, maybe 56, he tried to pick up that ball and run with it, and it slipped out of his fingertips, and that allowed Pope John to eventually recover it. So Pope John gets a break. It is 4th and very long, however. So Christian Severinson out to punt. Number 59, Michael Kepler into the game. I tell you all the time, if anybody's around, you fall on the ball. Severinson back to punt. Here it is, low snap, takes it, high end overhead kick. What a kick by Severinson. Recovered by number 6, takes it at the 25, avoids one tackle, goes to the far sideline, coming back out, tackled by Cohan at about the 38-yard line. So, big kick by Severinson, a 12-yard return, and the Paladins will take over. We'll be back right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube, 6-0 Paramus Catholic. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. For Pope John Lions freshman football, Mike Formasano here, calling today's game on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. Paramus Catholic will start the ball at their own 39. Now, I had a player, number 6, on the far sideline who was injured, but he was off the field. Well, the medical staff from Pope John, Jordan Martin, heading over to assist, and the player did get back on his feet, and he's good to go. So, 1st and 10 from the Paramus 39. The quarterback, number 12, drops back to pass, finds number 0 across the flat. On the far side, pass to first down marker. Knocked out of bounds at about the Pope John 43-yard line. So first down for Paramus Catholic as they bring it into Pope John territory. First and 10, the handoff goes to number 9 on the far side. Cocoziello on him. Dylan Cocoziello brings down the tailback, assisted by Mark Baker, number 9, and number 24, Joseph Guzman. Well, that'll bring up 2nd and 5 for Paramus Catholic. 12 in the gun, handoff to 9. Cuts through the defensive line to the far hash mark. Down the sideline, still on his feet. And out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. And flags after the play, so we'll see if that was a late hit or whatever it may be. If it's a late hit, it's against Pope John. It's going to bring Paramus Catholic into the red zone. Well, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Pope John, and that will push the ball deep into Pope John territory towards the end zone. They spot the ball at the 10. 1st and goal for Paramus Catholic. 6-0 Paladins lead. They're looking for more here. 12, the pass to number 1 across the middle. Tackled by number 33, Anthony Buddycamp. Gain of about 7. 2nd and goal from the 3. Paramus working with no huddle. 12 in the gun. Man in motion is 1. High snap over the head of the quarterback. And Paramus able to go ahead and recover the ball, but they lose a ton of yardage on the play. So number 2, Gabriel Valverde after it, and he was pushed aside as number 12 and an offensive lineman there. They were able to recover it for Paramus Catholic. So that snap, which was errant, pushes Paramus all the way back to the 25-yard line. 3rd and goal, but at the 25, and we have a stoppage in play. Substitutions into the game. And so now the referee starts the clock again. 3rd and goal from the 25-yard line for Paramus Catholic. And now Paramus going back into the huddle. They want to talk things over, set up a game plan here. Timeout on the play. Paramus Catholic will take a full timeout, and they'll talk things over. When we return, it'll be 3rd and 25, or 3rd and goal from the 25 for the Paladins. 6-0 Paramus Catholic leading Pope John right here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for Pope John Lions freshman football. Mike Formisano here, calling today's game. Thank you so much for joining us. It's 3rd and goal for Paramus Catholic, but they're back at the Pope John 25-yard line due to an errant snap that Paramus Catholic was able to recover. Number 1 in motion, 12. The pass right out to 1 on the screen. Gets past 1 defender, and Mark Baker ties him out and drives him towards the sideline. So, good defense by number 9, Mark Baker. And the ball is spotted at the 11. No, the 14. 4th and goal, and Paramus, without a kicking game, are going to have to go for it. 4th and goal from the 14. Well, that's why we saw the onside kick at the beginning of the game. The attempted kick on the second kickoff by Paramus was a floater to Capra, about 10 yards over the line. Snap to number 12, drops back to pass, looking for the end zone, has a man over his hands and incomplete. The intended receiver, number 8 for Paramus Catholic. Turnover on downs, 1st and 10, Pope John. Well, the defense for Pope John stands tall once again. Gets the ball back and gives Alex Porter and company another chance. The ball's at their own 14. We're midway through the second quarter. It's 6-0 Paramus Catholic. So here's the story. Pope John scores a touchdown. They do have a kicker in Christian Severinson. And that could make the difference in this game. Converting an extra point there would give Pope John a 7-6 lead. But they've got 86 yards before we can even discuss that. Here's a snap, handoff to Cohan. Cohan to the far side. Meets a defensive tackle there and is brought down. Maybe at the line of scrimmage, maybe he lost a yard. I think they say he lost a yard. So, 2nd and 11. Ryan Chapalski into the game for Pope John. Mark Baker coming off. Porter back into the huddle. Alex Porter, a freshman quarterback for the freshman football team. Second and 11 for Pope John from their own 13. Porter in the gun. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Looking for a man downfield. Through the hands of Gabriel Valverde and incomplete. Valverde, the intended receiver, but he was under pressure by the Paramus Catholic secondary. So, incomplete pass. That'll bring up 3rd and 11 for Pope John. Tomorrow night at Paramus Catholic High School, 7 p.m., we invite you to go out to Paramus Catholic to take on the Pope John Lions and Paramus Catholic Paladins. You can take that game in at Paramus Catholic High School, 7 p.m. tomorrow. And if you get a chance to go to a Friday Night Lights game, and it's the only one on the schedule this year for Pope John, definitely do so. It is so much fun. Porter fumbles the snap, and he falls on it. Alex Porter doing the right thing and falling on the ball and just smothering it to make sure Paramus Catholic doesn't take over. So, 4th and long for the Lions, and they will punt. Severinson out to boot it away. He had a beautiful punt the first time. It was deep in his own territory. He kicked it all the way to the Paramus Catholic 26 before a 12-yard gain. 6-0 Paramus Catholic leading Pope John here, late stages of the second quarter. Severinson standing on the back of his own end zone line. Takes the snap, boots it. High spiraling kick. Gets it out to the 43. Avoids Valverde. The runner runs backward, surrounded by a host of Lions, and impressively is able to get to the 34-yard line. So he's able to find a way to weave through that Lion defense. Well, he took it at the 43. He gets to the 34, so a 9-yard gain on the return. 1st and 10, Paramus Catholic from the Pope John 34. 6-0 Paladins lead over the Lions here, late stages of the second quarter. You are watching Pope John Lion freshman football on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Mike Formasano here, calling today's game. Referees spot the ball back at the 35, so for bookkeeping purposes, we'll make that an 8-yard return. Paladins up to the line, 1st and 10. Number 12 in the gun, number 9 next to him on the right, standing at the 40. Drops back to pass, under pressure, fires for the end zone, way over the head of number 8, the intended receiver. Ryan Johnson, number 27, defending that, as is number 35, Mark Hedgemith, back in coverage. Paladins up to the line. 2nd and 10. Twelve in the gun, standing at the 40. Drops back, looking for the end zone. Fires it to a man, number 1. Touchdown, Paramus Catholic. A 35-yard touchdown reception from quarterback number 12 to wide receiver number 1 for Paramus Catholic. And that will give the Paladins a 12-0 lead. So we'll have a try for the point after, which will most likely be a 2-point conversion attempt. And then that will be the end of the half. So the only question there was whether or not number 12 was behind the line of scrimmage when he threw that. He was right up on the 35. And but I believe he was behind it. He flung it towards the end zone, over 2 Pope John defensive backs, and into the waiting arms of number 1. His 2nd touchdown of the day. 1 on defense, 1 on offense. So we got a timeout on the field. The ball spotted at the 3-yard line, or the 2-yard line. And so we'll check out this point after for touchdown and then go into the half. Paramus Catholic with a 12-0 lead. If they go for the 2-point conversion and they make it, it'll be 14. Paladins up to the line. And a timeout on the field. So we'll take another timeout and come on back for the point after. Actually, we'll just stay with you. Should just be a quick 30-second timeout. Tomorrow night at Paramus Catholic High School, 7 p.m. Pope John Lions varsity taking on the Paladins. 7 p.m. tomorrow at Paramus Catholic High School. Saturday morning, 9 a.m. from Sparta High School. It's the crosstown rivalry renewed. Girls field hockey against the Sparta Spartans. 9 a.m. Saturday morning. Then Sunday at 10 a.m. begins a doubleheader of Pope John Junior Lions football. 11U and then 13U from Montgomery, New Jersey. We'll have more details later on that, but the 11U and 13U teams at 10 a.m. on Sunday. Monday, JV football, 4 p.m. Paramus Catholic back here, JV against Pope John JV. On Tuesday, the boys soccer, they have their home opener, and that is against Morristown, 4 p.m. on Tuesday. Well, the referees picked the ball up off the field, so no point after attempt, and we will stay at 12-0. We've reached halftime here at Pope John High School, and we'll be back with second half action after head time. We'll start up a new feed. We'll come on back after the half. From Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey, it's 12-0 Paramus Catholic over Pope John. Come on back for second half action in about 5 to 10 minutes on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube.